All right, so this is a great point. And this is why a concept like how you relate to an event, not the event itself, matters. This is why concepts like if you make yourself a victim, you are a victim, are also important. Or if you believed you were harmed, you were harmed. If you believe you were not harmed, then you were not harmed. Perspective is of the utmost importance. And this is the kind of work I help clients do. Okay, so you have a great point. And you have to understand, my love, the way you relate to something like the dress ritual is going to be different because you are a member of the LGBTQ plus community. You are a member of the queer community. So you're probably looking at it differently and saying, what's the big deal? Whereas men who are more masculine oriented will have a problem with it, will feel impure. And this is why understanding inner child wounding is so important. Because when you talk about these kinds of sex rituals, we're talking about a wound of impurity. We're talking about wounds of humiliation. When it comes down to a ritual, right, of any kind, we're talking about a wound of powerlessness. These things matter. These are energies, these are wounds carried by the soul. And it contributes to behavior. It contributes to imbalance. It contributes to certain frequencies playing out. That's why inner work involves tending to these wounds, understanding these wounds, and releasing and healing these wounds. Because if you look back with regret and you say, I had to do this to get this, it creates regret. It contributes to regret, especially if you did something that gave you an inner child wound, like the ones I just mentioned. There is a part of the soul that is harmed in that regard, right? I had to do something I didn't want to do to get this. That carries on with us, right? But if you look back 10 toes down and say, I chose to partake in this, to benefit in this manner, that's where the healing begins. That's where understanding that you have the ability to create your own realm of reality. It's not what happened to you, it's how you relate to it. It's not the memory, it's how you relate to the memory. It's not the event, it's how you relate to the event. You are only a victim if you allow yourself to remain a victim in your own mind. So yes, my love, not everything that he's saying is off the wall and true. A lot of things are metaphysically true, spiritually true, but it's the energy, it's the frequency that's the issue, right? Because the way things are said, the imbalance that's coming through makes it hard to listen to in a factual manner, right? But I am someone that has existed in the frequency that Orlando is currently residing in. I've been him, right? I didn't endure those rituals, but I existed in that frequency because of other traumas I endured. Okay, so yeah, it all starts from within. Thank you for sharing. It allowed me to elaborate and share an important